Hi everyone, Dangerous Freedom here, back at you. I know it's not the After Dark channel, but thought I'd try and come over here, maybe get a few more views on this side. Got some interesting headlines. Here in a little bit, once I get a few people in here, I'll bring a couple people up, maybe one at a time, maybe a couple. Just remember, this is still my monetized channel. What's up, Scott? I'm gonna wait till I get a few more people in here. Hey, what's up, silly? Just stopping by to say hello. Well, thank you for that. Please hit that thumbs up. Remember, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. What's up, Garrett? I might as well put that banner up. Hey, Joe. What's up, 12B? World is getting scarier and scarier day to day. Depending on where you live, yeah. And granted, we're all feeling it, Scott. Don't get me wrong on that. It's just I'm just glad I don't live in Chicago or Detroit or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you for that, Garrett. Yep. Not required, but greatly appreciated. And actually, if I keep this one within the parameters, I'll actually get money for this one too. That's why I decided I'd do this one for about 2 hours, and then I'll switch over to the After Dark. Because if you go much over 2 hours, it doesn't pay you any more money. Actually, probably if you do 1 hour, you probably get just as much money. Maybe not. I don't know. I usually go about 2 hours, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, what's up, Zach? Good to see you. Lucky Dame, how you doing? Hey, Grandma. Zach, do you want to come up here? I'll shoot you a link, brother. Hold on. Remember, we just gotta watch our language and jump through their little YouTube hoops. Which is why I can't bring Billy up here. What's up, Billy? Let's see what Jeremy's up to. Invite him up here too. You know what? I'll invite Rich to see if he wants to try and come up here. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Got it. Tired? Yeah, I know, man. People on the East Coast, it's like 11 o'clock for a lot of you. I get that. It's only 8 here. The sun just barely went down. It's up till almost 7:30 tonight. Do have some interesting news about Arizona if y'all want to hear about it. Some interesting headlines, I should say. Hey JH, good to see you. Is it easier to put your actually, if you look at the description, it actually does have my PayPal account in there. So I already do that. I do that on pretty much every video, Unknown Challenger. So if you want to go back, you watch this later and you're like, hey, yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. I'll throw them $5 or $10 or whatever. Yeah, it's in there. Homeless Potato, what's up? Interesting name. You wouldn't be related to to the Bidens, would you? Sorry, couldn't help myself. Oh, yep, Illinois. Yeah, at least you said it right. Oh man, just south of. Do you know? Do you know Oliver? Who man? Runs his own auto shop. Oh no. Hey, Bella. Hey, what's up, Doc? Oh yeah, Larry, I heard about that. Yeah, the construction workers are protesting in Australia. I heard that the truck drivers are too, which that's really gonna mess them up. Now you don't know Oliver, okay? But he's around that area too. I don't know if he's north or south of it, but I know that he's over there. So I was watching, or I was looking at some of. Yeah, Bug Dude, I'm doing this as kind of an experiment because I know like when I do the After Dark channel, it's like by now I've probably got like 30 people, but I was just curious to see, how many I could get over here. Um, Technically, I have more subscribers over here. I just don't know how many are going to come over, and it gives people a chance to figure out if they're subbed to this channel or not. What's up, Benjamin? Hey, what's up, Yankee? Good to see you, brother. Long time no see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why it's just a quicker payment method. And yeah, that's true. You do cut out the YouTube paying them. Yeah. You have two devices going right now, and I'm not used to it. Hmm. I don't know. Yes. Yeah, I just paid that one. Yeah, I just paid my electric bill. It's about 250, which really ain't. Which it actually is lower than it was last month. So, I mean, that's a bonus, but still not cheap. Doc Mac, right? I was gonna say something about having two devices going at the same time, and Nikki kind of popped into my head there for a minute, but I figure I'm gonna kind of keep this one PG-13. So, hey, see, hey, Mayor, how you doing? Anyways, yeah, let me get to some of these headlines. All right, check this one out. All right, this one's weird. Sheriff's office. This is for Arizona. Sheriff's office. Arizona man accused of scattering body parts had a pipe bomb. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Here is. Get out of there. Okay. Hey, what's up, Nicole? All right. Let's get this over here. So I can kind of go through the article a little bit. I didn't have a chance to go through these articles earlier, so but just the headline kind of caught me. A man accused of scattering body parts. They found a pipe bomb. It's wow. And well, it kind of makes sense why they would find body parts if the guy made bombs. But it's like what he booby trapped his land, and then when trespassers came on, it's like kaboom, and it's like, oh well, I'll just throw these out there, just scatter wherever. I don't know. All right, let me see if I can pull this up. Ah, yeah, of course they're gonna be like that. Yeah, they want you to subscribe. Yeah, well, now I'm not paying you for that. Anyways, that's an interesting article, I thought. At least an interesting headline. What was that? What's up with First Amendment? Let's see. House extends Fed fund through December 3rd, increases debt limit to 22. So if you default on it, people won't get child care tax credit. This is the same, yes. Oh, yeah. Unknown challenger. Yeah, you'd probably be right on that. I honestly, I don't even know if these people know what the hell they're doing. I mean, it sure doesn't seem like it. So, well, not to mention you're going to have Republicans pushing back against it. Like, let's see. Oh wow, this is new. Airman on trial in Arizona in death of Mennonite woman. Oh wow. Let me see if I can pull this one up. This one's kind of interesting. I mean, with all the Gabby stuff going on, it's starting to push for more of the cold case stuff. But this one's not even that cold. This was just 3 hours ago. All right, let's see here. should be able to pull this one up without getting in too much trouble. All right, kind of scroll through this one. All right, Flagstaff, Arizona. Sasha Krause was a devout Mennonite woman, often immersed in books, who easily quoted scripture and occasionally taught Sunday school before her body was found in a forest clearing in northern Arizona. Mark Gooch was raised in a Mennonite community in Wisconsin, but rejected the faith and joined the U.S. Air Force, stationed at a base in metropolitan Phoenix when he was arrested and charged in Krause's death last year. There's no indication the two knew each other. Prosecutors will try and convince a jury that Gooch had a general disdain for Mennonites and drove more than 7 hours to Farmington, New Mexico, where Krause lived, kidnapped her, and fatally shot her. So, then they started the jury selection. Gooch, 22, faces up to life in prison if convicted of first-degree murder and other charges. Krause, 27, disappeared January 18th, 2020, as she was gathering material for Sunday school. Her body was found more than a month later outside Flagstaff, Arizona, with her wrist bound with duct tape. Talking about the attorney. All right, so sheriff's officials who searched for Krause and those who investigated the death, along with cell phone data and ballistic experts and people from Krause's community, are expected to testify in the trial in Coconino County Superior Court. The authorities said they tied Gooch to Krause's disappearance and death using cell phone records, financial statements and receipts, surveillance video from Luke Air Force Base. Actually, I know where that's at. I used to work up by there. A state crime lab report showed a bullet taken from Krause's skull was fired from a .22 caliber rifle, which Gooch owned. Ooh, okay. Well, I think this guy might just, he might have just really messed himself up on that one. Amish communities. I don't know of any out here in Arizona myself. I'm sure they probably got them in Wisconsin. And I'm trying to remember. Let's see, where did they say that she was from? Oh, is Kay in here? Hey, Kay. Oh, you're in Farmington right now. Okay. So it's Colorado then. Okay, yeah, so apparently took her from Colorado, drove her over to Flagstaff, and then dispatched her there. What it's that would be my most likely guess. Yeah, because I don't know of any Mennonites here. So, I mean, I don't know. Well, then again, they walk around with all that garb on, and in Arizona, I mean, if you live up north, maybe you could get away with it, but down here where I'm at, like seriously, we all wear shorts and tank tops. So, oh, New Mexico. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, Kay. Smart girl right there. What's up, farmer son? Good to see you. top spin. Anybody else I might have missed? Sorry if when I'm reading those articles, it's hard to keep an eye on the chat. You know what I mean? Let's see. There was another interesting one in here that I saw. Yeah, after this whole Gabby case started, it renewed a push to find a 24-year-old geologist who went missing in Arizona. So it's kind of interesting. This is it was only 2 months ago he went missing. Okay. So, but I'm not really surprised. A lot of people, we want. I mean, I don't know about all of you. I like cold case files and stuff like that, and I like crime series and all that happy stuff. But anyways, all it takes is what I would call a high profile crime to kind of get the wheels rolling on other missing persons, so to speak. I mean, it just makes sense. Hey, what's up, Freedom Grower? I think there's some maybe in the Virginia region. Maybe. I guess I wouldn't doubt that one. Virginia seems kind of likely. Yeah, pardon me. I still got a little bit of cough. I did see an article that we've gotten, from last year to this year in Arizona, our monsoons dumped 84% more water on us. 8 like I said, man, last year was dry as hell. This year, it's raining like every other week. So, I mean, granted, it's not like cats and dogs raining, but it's still rain, you know what I mean? And that collects, builds into flash floods, and we also lost more people this year from doing stupid things in a flash flood because we got warning signs at these washes. It's like if you see water present, then don't try and drive through it. And people still don't get the clue, so they try, and sometimes they have to get rescued, and sometimes they get found. So it's just one of them things. What's up, Anarchy? I just watched that video that you sent me earlier. That was good. I like that. What need to be said. Hey, Forest Monster. Freedom Grower, yeah, no doubt. Cheers. Hey, what's up, Warsaw? Ain't no sunshine. Actually, I kind of like the one that Zach Wild did. He did a cover of Ain't No Sunshine, but I like his. Hey, Redneck. Well, that's just it. First Amendment. This is a wash. It's just like dirt. There is no road. It's all just dirt. And when it gets wet, it turns into a flood area. And I mean, it took a 5-ton Army APV I don't know if it's armored, but one of the big 5-ton Army vehicles had, 10. It was a 10-wheeler, so they had 8 wheels in the back, 2 on the front, huge one, and huge truck. And they're like, oh man, it's only 12 inches deep. We got this. And they ended up losing 4 children because they weren't expecting the water to be running that fast or that strong. So just poor judgment. We lost another one. They found her car, didn't find her for about a day or two. It's like people don't take those signs. It's like, oh, it's only 6 inches of water. What's that? And I understand where a lot of people would see that. You don't understand how fast this flows, man. But so anyways, we had 84% more water flow, which really helped us out because of the drought situation we were in. So now we haven't eliminated it completely, but we have definitely lowered it. And I have a feeling that before this is all said and done, we're going to get more rain. So, but that's fine. I love it when it rains. I know some of you people live in areas, it's like, man, I'm tired of it raining all the time. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, then send some of that shit my way. You know what I mean? But yeah, a lot of prayers went into it, and yeah, we got our water back. So no, you never do. First Amendment. I almost drowned one time. I'll tell you about that story. Give me a second. Oh, stuffed up here. I'm telling you, I think I don't know if it's just a cold or they said that they're predicting that this flu season is going to be worse than last year because, well, last year was pretty much non-existent. But so they're talking about, yeah, this year could be one of the worst flu seasons that we've seen yet. Hey, what's up, Dusty? All right, anyways. Oh yeah, the drowning story. So we used to go up to the Salt Lake River quite a bit when I was when I was a teenager, and back in the day. And so we'd go out there, we'd do some cliff diving, cliff jumping, stuff like that. Go swimming, take some girls up there with us, and just have a blast. You know what I mean? And anyways, one time I thought I'd be cool, but I tried to swim out through the current with high tops on. Well, needless to say, high tops are not flotation devices. In fact, they're more like a freaking anchor on your feet. And I didn't figure that one out until after I was going under the water, and I'm yelling out, hey, hey, I need some help out here. Luckily, one of my buddies was right close by. He dove in there and grabbed me and pulled me over to the side, and I was like, holy crap, that was the closest I ever came to drowning in my life. And it was pretty scary. It was scarier than having a gun pulled on me. Which I've had that too. I know a lot of us probably have had that. Well, I don't know about a lot of us. I know a few of us have. Yeah, but between the current and the shoes, that's why when you see movies where they're going to jump in the water to rescue somebody, you pretty much always see them take their shoes off first, because yeah, those become anchors when they get wet. So Hey, Dusty, you want to come up on the panel, bro? I'll send you a link, man. I know you did a stream earlier. I caught it and I went over there. I caught it after the fact, but I saw you sent me a link. Bill, are you up today, Dusty? He's always okay. Cool. All right. Give me a second here. I'll shoot the link to you. There we go. All right. That's why, yeah, Navy, no doubt. Yeah, they're just slip on, slip offs. Yep. I'll tell you what, I learned a lot that day. One is how close to death you can come, but hey, what's going on, Dusty?
I'm stuck in property, man. Send help.
You're doing what?
I said I'm stuck in property. Send help.
Oh, are you? Are you doing it right now, or are you just are you talking about getting it set up?
Just bullshit, man. Man, there's been some crazy news out there. Did you hear about that girl?
The Gabby girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I've been following that. They still haven't caught that son of a bitch.
No, he ran into the swamp, man. If he did what I think he did, he's on a boat headed to South America, and they ain't never gonna find a body.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he was a sailor or what, but
it's really the only escape you got. You got to leave the country because they'll find you. I mean, if you're
eventually
country, they'll find you.
Well, they might also find him with the,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they'll probably find him somewhere out there deceased as well.
But then again, if there's gators and stuff out there, man, they won't find him.
Yeah, true. Hey, Michelle. Gabby was found 20 minutes from your door. Wow. Right in your backyard. That's crazy. That's crazy. From what I heard, I can't remember exactly where. God, it might have been. They were talking about going to Yellowstone. Spread Creek. Yeah, I don't know where is that, Billy? Is that Wyoming or what state is that? But from what I understand is she wasn't buried, and when they did drone footage, it's like they could see her. So it's just crazy, man.
I know she was beautiful, man.
She's pretty. Mm-hmm.
Wasn't I don't understand that level of frustration. But apparently people have it, or maybe he's just psychotic or something. Who knows?
It is. So it is Wyoming. Okay, yeah. So it was Wyoming. Okay. But then Utah and Wyoming are connected, right, at the border?
Yeah, they touch.
So
Wyoming touches Montana, what is it? Montana, 3 states right in a little corner. Shit.
Have to pull up a map, huh? You can't get property down off your screen.
Yeah, I know, right? For 500, where's Wyoming?
What's up, California Critic? Good to see you, brother. Been a while, huh? That's all right. You know, you can always follow my After Dark channel. It's just Dangerous Freedom After Dark, kind of like Playboy After Dark, but instead it's Dangerous Freedom. Get
Yeah,
a
I
pretty
sent you a link, man. If you'd like, anytime Property comes on, it's going to be on Tuesdays. To jump on there before the game gets started, shout your channels out or whatever. You come on up and just hang out while we get Property all people waiting on people to show up.
I hear you. Tuesday,
Or-
though. Okay.
Yeah,
So you're going to start next Tuesday then?
I did it today.
Oh, you did it today? Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So you did a live stream and then you did Property?
Yes.
Wow, you've been busy. Good grief, man. Right on. Who were your players today?
Catskill. I can't remember the rest of her channel name. Preparedness or something.
New York. Yeah, Catskill, New York Prepper. She was on my channel.
No. It's not Catskill, New York Prepper. It was another lady. But I had Prepper Steading and Lee from Lazarick Homestead on there too.
Oh, right on. Prepper Steading. God, that guy cracks me up. Oh man, is he still out driving trucks?
Oh yeah. He was on the road, pulled in for property, and then he went back to driving. I used to do that when I run the show. I pull over and run the show.
Yep, or try to.
Yeah, tried to.
Depending on how it went.
Yeah, he couldn't. Sometimes out there, like tonight, he had a problem when we do a live stream like this and somebody's on their phone. It won't. The picture really messes up their whole quality of the stream. So if you black out that screen and they just talk through their avatar, it functions better, I guess.
California Critic, like Joe Biden at a kid's birthday. I'm always lurking. Good grief. First Amendment. Heard he was on cam in Baker, Florida. I heard reports of that too, that he headed to Florida. But like Dusty was saying, maybe he just went there because somebody had a boat and he needed to get the hell out. So it's hard.
I mean, technically, if you're on the run, people are capable of anything. I would think he would probably carjack somebody in a boat and say, "Drive me out there."
Yeah. I'm still curious as to the the autopsy. I mean, did he beat her to death? Did he shoot her? I mean, I know these facts will come out eventually, but
She was a small thing compared to him. He probably could have hurt her real easily.
oh yeah. Yeah.
And out there, man, big rocks, big boulders, little pit. You didn't even see the pit when you come up on it,
No. Hey, what's up, Ark Wild?
Yeah, I was hoping he'd come into the show too.
Ark?
Our Wild Man. I can play as a champion.
He probably strangled her. Maybe. Like I said, we won't know until they release the autopsy. But with as high profile case as this is, I have a feeling that they're going to try and rush it as far as they can without giving too much info. But I just hope they catch the son of a bitch. That's all I gotta say. I hope they catch him.
Well, it's FBI, right?
Yeah, like 200 agents. I heard. Last I heard is like some 200 plus agents on that case. So I'm guessing they got agents in every state probably keeping an eye out for them.
I wonder if they have the death penalty in Wyoming.
I don't know. I don't know if they might try him in Utah. I mean, that's where they originally pulled over, It kind of makes me wonder, though, because remember when they pulled him over, they could have taken her in for domestic violence, and it just makes me think, well, maybe if they would have arrested her, she might still be alive. Yeah, it's just one of them things. It could have, should
I
have,
think
would.
so. Yeah, I think so because your parent, when you get arrested, there's something. Well, I got to call my mom to bail me out.
Yeah.
And she was young enough to think that way. I'm gonna call my mom because now I'm arrested because of him. We're going to cut this trip short. This is over.
Yeah,
it would have made her think twice about something, but maybe.
Yeah.
Too many. I keep thinking, poor thing, because she's so young.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, California critic. She was found in a national park. That makes it a federal crime. Federal death penalty could be on the table. I didn't even think about that one. I've never even heard of that one, but that makes sense. Yeah, when it's a federal crime, then yeah, pretty much everything goes off the table, doesn't it?
I guess that rolls into that jurisdiction of bureaucracy, the federal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if it's Donald Trump running for president, they don't mind spying on him. But when you see him doing stuff like this, searching for this guy high and low, like I said, not all FBI is terrible people. In fact, there's a lot of really good law enforcement in there, but just the higher ups are usually shitheads.
Well, in my state, you know how it is here. Texas. It's a back and forth business between the criminals and the cops.
No, you're down there in the FL.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
there has been a lot of stuff on the news here, man. Survivalists kind of lost it, and I think he shot 3 or 4 people.
Wow.
And the 11-year-old daughter survived.
Oh, I do remember hearing about that one. That was about 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah. The stress is getting to people,
Yeah, he was a Marine too, right?
Yeah.
Ended up killing a mother, father, and the daughter. And somebody else shot at the cops. I think he injured a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Navy say here. Saw a video of a guy bulldozing 4 or 5 riot cops in Australia. Holy crap. Telling you, Australians, well, if they ain't got guns, they'll make do with whatever they can find, man. I'll tell you what, they ain't giving up, though. God bless them.
Yeah, I seen a video like that. Yeah, this one guy, he just bulldozed right into him.
Crazy. I've seen the videos where they just outnumber the cops, 5 to 1, and they just bust through lines, and the cops are all spraying their pepper spray or whatever it is, and they're like, I don't care, and they still beat up the cops and keep on marching. So,
yeah.
No, Ark Wild, no, they haven't got him yet. We're still hoping.
Well, Floridians know how to track. That's what they're based in here. We got the game warden. They're federalized. They'll utilize that asset. Helicopters, heat-seeking dogs, 4-wheelers, horses, you name it. They will utilize it to catch a guy. Or recover him.
Yeah. No doubt. It's like, hey, you catch him? Well, hey, man, he was resisting arrest. he was resisting arrest. Judge, jury, and executioner. And in some cases, you know, the cops. I mean, I'm usually against cops shooting first and asking questions later, but man, in certain cases, like, uh, does the guy deserve due process? Yeah, he does. But man, he just like seriously at this point, it's like if it's not him, then who? What was she drugged up and walking around and tripped over and fell and hit a rock? And I mean, you know,
Or maybe jumped.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. It looked like pretty flat land where they found her. So even if she jumped, she'd have to jump from like the top of a tree. But all right,
And there
Doc.
ain't no trees there.
Well, actually, no. She was found next to a tree, not a very tall
Oh,
one, maybe a 20-footer. But so
well,
I
I gotta
mean,
get up to date.
what's that?
I said I gotta get up to date then, man. I don't know nothing.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at some of the aerial photos, and yeah, she was kind of hidden by a tree, kind of not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it wasn't like a really thick tree, is like an Arizona tree where it's barely got leaves on it. But
And there's been, oh my God, let's see, my area alone, domestic violence has gone up and arsoning at the same time. The cases literally run parallel. The guy got mad at the girl, set something on fire.
wow,
Yeah.
what's going on, man?
Well, they're not. This is largely, I was in construction most of my life, before I went truck driving.
Mm-hmm.
Really since 2000 and whatever the Obama years were. Ever
Mm-hmm.
since that point, that housing crisis and all, there was no new construction. Nobody give a loan for the place. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know my uncle. He went and had just retired. He's a contractor. So employment was down in that. It went up for a little while and then it just fell off again.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to remember. I see 2008. That's when I was working for the crating and rigging company, and one of our biggest contracts was Intel. So even since the housing market kind of dropped out, like you said,
Mhm.
I found alternative and ended up becoming foreman of the crating shop. But like I said, we did a lot of rigging and stuff like that. We'd strap down loads. So, because we had like three flatbeds in the backyard of the shop, and so we'd load up the crates, strap them down, and that way the next morning when the truck driver showed up, he'd just come over there, inspect our strapping, and call it good. Boom, on the road he goes. So once in a while we had to do tie downs, like when we would get a forklift rental or something like that. Have to go out there with them heavy ass chains and the big old uh, wrench.
All right.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You had to
Yeah.
keep those on your truck.
I don't want to do it no more. I'm retired.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
I know somebody asked me for a job. He's like 26. He's like, what can I do? I was like, you can either go work at Popeyes or you can go work in strapping trailers down, man. Tarping them. There's a gypsum plant near my house.
That is one hell of a job, man. The really good tarps, like I'd have like two guys up on, like, if it was raining or getting ready to rain and we had all the crates loaded. I'd have a couple of guys get up there and I would use the forklift to lift up the tarp, you know what I mean? Because that thing's like 200 freaking pounds, man. Not light at all. We're not talking about the little thin blue ones either. We're talking about their thick, their black leather.
Oh yeah, they got to handle the stress of being drug around the country, man, in different environments, weather, wind. They don't have to replace them things.
No, yeah,
Get
not
as many uses as you can out of that. Every dollar, drain every little penny.
Yep, no doubt.
There's money in it, If somebody ever needs a job, that's the direction I point people in is load the trailers. You can't do anything else. Load the trailer. Steady work.
All right, California critic. They're called cactus. Yeah, Arizona tree. They're called cactus. funny. Anyways, yeah, always head on a swivel, California.
Yeah, what's the news going out of your state, man?
Well, since this whole Gabby thing came up, they started a reinvestigation of a missing person from 2 months ago. A geologist apparently went missing, and so they started that up. We have gotten 84% more monsoon water this year than we did last year, which I mean, it's good news for Arizona, bad news for the dumb drivers. Like I said, with all the new rain and all the washes we've got down here, people are just so dumb. We've got signs, plain big old legible signs saying, "Hey, if there's water present, don't enter," and they still do. And we lost 4 kids, and I believe 3 or 4 adults already this year due to it because of being stupid.
Yeah.
So, but it's really good for our farmers. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Well, that's unique, I guess. I know how it is there. I've been in that area quite a bit.
Yep.
Not one rainstorm ever there. No, actually, I have. I actually have been through a rainstorm there, and it was really like glass. The roads were like glass.
Yep. Dude, have you ever been down the I-17?
Yeah.
You know how you got the underpass and it goes low and then it comes up high and then goes low. Well, apparently one of their drains on one of these underpasses wasn't working, and so it just flooded. And like, dude, it was kind of crazy. It looked like bumper cars out there because it got so full that these cars thought, "Oh, I could drive through that." No, they go in there, stall out. People have to get out, swim back to the street, and then their car is just in there floating around.
Wow.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, that one was wild, dude. I couldn't believe watching that one on the news. But
now 17's coming out of Phoenix, right?
Yeah, comes out of Phoenix. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, like I said, stupid drivers, man.
Well, and who pays for that? The insurance company's going to pay for that?
Well, I don't know.
Was that an act of God, or is that a Darwin Award?
Well, probably a Darwin Award on this one. It's like, well, you know what? I mean, if they had full coverage, perhaps it would cover, water damage and all that, blah, blah, blah. But as far as a stupid driver, I mean, it's pretty sad when our own state has to implement a stupid driver act in our Congress. You know what I mean? Because people just
have they?
Oh yeah, we did it years and years ago.
No shit. There's a stupid driver law.
Yeah, if
wow.
like these people, like I was saying, if you're going through a wash and you have to be rescued by air, you have to pay that whole fucking bill. It's just like getting an airlift or EMT or air ambulance, whatever. Yeah, you get that bill. Nope.
Yeah. I bet you everybody gets it, and they just have to fight it in court and say, I wasn't dumb.
Yeah, pretty dumb.
My brakes failed. I slid into it,
Yeah, right. Somebody pushed me into it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that area, dude, it's just so dry most of the time I've ever been through there.
Mm-hmm.
It probably took a while for it to soak in, didn't it?
That's if it soaked in. I mean, when on those washes, you got to keep in mind there's a lot of caliche out here, and caliche, folks, is like clay, and when it dries up, it doesn't. It's not like a drop of rain falls and all of a sudden it becomes mud. So that's why we get these washes and these flash floods and stuff. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know, even if it rained every weekend, I don't know just how much moisture it would really retain. Probably depends kind of on where you're at in the state. Are you higher ground, lower ground? Because up north is, that's where the green is. It's where snow is, stuff like that. But down here in the valley where I'm at, it's like, if you ever seen Charlie Brown, and Snoopy always had his cousin Spike out in the desert. I'm basically cousin Spike. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like cactus all around me, dust. And yeah, that's it.
I know. I was Pigpen for a little while, man. I was always dusty.
You still are.
Yeah, Flagstaff is beautiful. It truly is beautiful. A lot of
it's
evergreen.
Oh crap! My camera just fogged up on me. Let's see if I can. Hold on. Come on, focus. Focus. Come on, camera. Work. And you spend $100 on a camera, you think it's gonna work? You know what I mean?
Maybe the computer the computer is identifying you into the picture now.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, he belongs in the picture. Let's just put him in the picture.
There we go. Okay. A lot of people ask me, it's like, well, where's your line in the sand? And I was like, you see that ocean back there? That's where my line in the sand is. They've already crossed it. What am I going to do? I mean, I already talked to my congressman. We've got a pretty decent Senate. I live in a pretty conservative, I mean, when I say pretty conservative, I should say really conservative area. So it's like they crossed it, but there's not much we can do about DC. That's why we prep. That's what it's boiling down to, folks. That's what we have to do. If you want to get through this, there ain't no voting our way out of this. Just prep, because these people are just out of their ever-loving minds.
Yeah, they got a hold of that printer, and they are going nuts. That credit card they're using,
man,
I cannot believe how much Obama just handed over. And I'm like, is this like bully money? Are we paying these Saudis and stuff not to bully us? Is that what it really truly is? I mean,
it's what it sounds like. I mean, that's the reports I'm getting. So,
well, I'm tired of giving my lunch money up, dude.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind going over there with about $2,000 and offering a couple grand to those tallies to be like, hey, how much for that armored Humvee over there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, there's a Black Hawk there too, right? They got more than the UK
they got
Australia.
Well, they get what was it? 8 Black Hawks. They got 4 C-130s, some drones, and thousands, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of M4s with ammo and mags and just good grief. I mean, I was watching a video the other day, Dusty. They had the kids up on top of one of the Humvees, you know, and they were up on the turret. And they were using it like a merry-go-round. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. But
right.
there it is.
Was it armed?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh. Hell yeah, man. If I was a kid and there was something like that abandoned, guess what I'm doing?
Teaching me out.
Kids don't know no better.
No, they were hanging on the they were hanging on the outside of the turret, you know, but still. Yeah. Yeah, was it armed? Probably, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I've seen enough of these people shoot themselves in the foot, and then, dude, I saw one. I saw another video not too long ago. Guys out over there playing with a 9mm, I believe it was, and you know, he sets it down, and then his little like 4-year-old grabs it, walks up to him, and just like pulls it up and just shoots him, and I'm like, wow, you know, like.
Well, so can you imagine the blooper reels that might come out of this? I mean, I'm having a hard time flying a drone myself. So imagine having a military drone. These guys going, okay, what's this button doing? And they're just eradicating themselves.
I don't know, man.
I've seen some bad ones where they're like shooting a rocket launcher behind them and they're holding it the wrong way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember the Scud missiles. That was, they're like, oh, now how do you fire one of those Scud missiles? Well, you basically pull up, open the trunk, prop it up, and fire it. You hope it lands where you want it to. Oh, good grief. Yeah. But then we had the Patriot missiles, so we could take them down. But
I think the stuff that goes on in the world, it's been kind of strange lately because a lot of people, including myself, have gotten this science fiction idea of how armed we are. You know, like we've got 1 million of these and 1 million of these. You know, we actually don't. No country does. It's like 100,000 tanks. You know, 10 million tanks, maybe way less than that. I don't know. You know,
what's up, Gia? Well, look at what the Biden administration is doing to our army right now, our military right now. You know, they want to replace all the patriots with these wokies, you know, where they'd rather watch a drag queen for a USO show than, you know, have actual real entertainment. So,
right. Well, I was telling Danny about this. It's like the president is our basically our country's image.
Mm-hmm.
And we owe a lot of people money. So why not put Crazy Joe in office and go, I don't remember borrowing money from you. I'm not printing money. This is a coffee machine, ain't it? That's America right now. That's that guy that borrowed money is like avoiding you like crazy.
Well, if it was up to them, we wouldn't even be having money. It'd all be digital.
I can see a reason for it to happen with this, you know, because money is dirty. And they always said it was dirty and nasty. It's got drugs on it, you know.
Yep. Hey, no, I don't got a problem with that.
You're not licking 20s, are you? I know. I started tripping the other day. I don't know if it was I caught something.
Maybe just one of them acid flashbacks.
But they've got some new technologies out in the military. They're claiming to have this neat night scope where it literally draws the outline of a person or a soldier. So you can see that running at night.
Wow. Well, what is that? The FLIR, forward-looking infrared?
I believe so.
Yeah. It's like, well, we left a whole shitload of them over there with the Taliban, and I'm like, dude, Reeve, those things are like $4 or $5 grand a piece. And It's like I want one, man.
I wonder if we get a plane ticket to England, man, and we could probably hoof it over there and get some shit.
Yeah, right.
It ain't like we got to register it, right?
No doubt. We'll go over there with I don't know, 2 or 3 grand. They're like, hey, yeah, we need a couple of those binocular thingies that you got there. Yeah, and we'll take the helmet too while we're at it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is garbage. This is garbage. We'll give you $2 for everything.
Right.
Haggle with some people. No. Use boots, man. We don't need no use boots.
Wait. Even better. We'll go out and buy goats, and we'll trade goats for it. We'll barter for them. Oh yeah, genius. See, it's thinking mind here.
Hey, we can wear shamocks. It's like, we wouldn't stand out really.
Yeah. We'll put a towel on our head. Yeah. What's up, Bushido? I see you out there. But no, like seriously, that's some good gear, man. I would love to have a set of that. Oh my Lord.
Hell yeah, man. Their junkyard was cool as shit. They had like planes and shit in there.
Oh. Yeah, I can't believe we left them like 4 C-130s. Good grief. And we already know they know how to fly because, 9/11. But
yeah. Well, supposedly we got something new that just came out last year, and it is a battleship in the air. It's a plane, but it is a battleship. It has got a lot of artillery on it.
So it's not the A-10, right? Not the Warthog. No, those have been around a long time.
Right. Yeah, it's something new.
I might have seen that. I try and keep up on the new military channels.
Yeah. Shoot, man. I think I'm subscribed to one, but every now and then something new pops up. Like, check out the Navy's newest stealth boat, and I'm like, yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
That thing is pretty neat looking. One of the captains says some of the aircraft carriers have too much technology, really.
Yeah, and not to mention they cost like $7 million a day to operate.
Right.
So
I'm not far from, Florida has Camp Blanding, and the naval station is Tampa, I think. And it's Blanding up there by Jacksonville, the air station. So a lot of the new stuff's going to come this way. We're going to get to see a lot of pretty stuff.
The Osprey, even the Osprey's been around for a while, but they're not really a gunship. They're more of a transport. He's talking about a warship, like the A-10 Warthog, where we're sending depleted uranium rounds and bombs, rockets, everything off of this thing.
Yep.
So
it is loaded with all kind of stuff. Like
seriously, when you get guys that are like, being surrounded, and they see one of those come in, they're like, "Oh, we're saved."
Raining hell on earth, man.
They do. They do.
I've seen them in the videos doing the action where it didn't take it off. It really just showed the plane just shooting, and you don't hear it until it starts hitting the ground.
Man, yeah, some of the new technology, man, those mini guns that we've got now. That's what I'm wondering. I mean, are those Humvees that we left there? Are those still the M60s on them, or are those miniguns on those? Because if they're miniguns, I was talking to Bushido about this. They used to be like, as far as like armies go, they were like down in like the 40s or something like that. But after this stupid move and $85 billion of equipment later, they're like number 25 now. I heard they were even higher than that, but I would say 25 is probably a pretty good bet. Yeah, nobody's going to want Pakistan. Yeah, they're going to be like, well, maybe we don't want to mess with them. You know what I mean? But then again, I don't know how well Pakistan and Taliban get along. I don't know if we can even call it Afghanistan.
Well, it's the religious thing, you know. That's really all it really is. That ideology is taking over.
Yeah.
That's really all. Their governing politics is their ideology.
Yep.
So there's no defeat in that, really.
Yeah, at least while we were there, the women didn't have to wear the burqas, and the children got to go to school, boys and girls. And then now we're gone. It's like if I mean, I saw one of the statements that Taliban put out. It's like if women, if you paint your nails, we're gonna cut your finger off, and so on and so forth, and no more going to school and no more working. Yeah, just turning them back into slaves. Just pretty much. Pakistan is where the training camps are. Oh shit! Hey, Kaz, good to see you, brother. Hope everything's going well for you over there in California. That's a bummer about the Gavin Newsom thing, dude. Like seriously, I really was hoping Larry Elder was gonna get that seat, but no, they pulled a Trump and cheated their way in. And I guarantee you that's the case. But
yeah, this is a wily one. You would think I want to say this right, a civil disturbance between our cultures, the left or right, generals in the military, the higher up ones, would initiate some type of response. That's where it would start in my eyes. It's not going to start here, because here we're the community, we're people, individual, and we can be quelled. Why isn't it in the military start? Or is it?
Well, I mean, you got good generals out there, like General Flynn, and I can't name them all up, but we got patriot generals. But right now, Biden doesn't want patriots. He wants these leftists. Milley, when he came out, and was like, I'm white, but I want to understand more about all this, hatred and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, they want a woke army, which, dude, if we have soft women in the army, not only are we going to be the laughing stock, but pretty much any other, I mean, granted, like the Japanese said, well, you can't invade them because there's a rifle and an American with it behind every blade of grass. But if they keep up at this rate, we might see some kind of a invasion tactic. How they're going to do it, I don't know. Maybe try the UN, maybe. Still not a good idea, because there's still a lot of blades of grass with a lot of rifles and a lot of pissed off Americans behind them. So, we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Biding our time here.
Right. Yeah, well, with all the new refugees and things that just came in, on top of what our crisis is already, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the UN in Mexico.
Well, Sita, we're already the laughing stock right now. The rest of the world is looking at us just laughing. Like, what in the hell? You elected this guy as your commander in chief? It's like, they don't understand. It's like, no, we didn't. They cheated their way in there. But that might be too controversial or whatever. But I believe that. So,
yeah, the trust is broken. The trust is broken between a lot of people in the government. So
Cali needs to break up in 2 or 3 states and have San Francisco and LA in their own state. They pretty much screw it. Yeah, no doubt, Cost. No doubt. There are a lot of patriots in California. There's a lot of patriots in all these blue states. It's just a shame that those little chunks of blue. Like when you look at the electoral map, it's like all red with just, a spot of blue here, a spot of blue there. And they ruin it for the entire rest of the state. And I don't understand how that happens. Like I said, I think they've been rigging it so long that they've got it down to a science. So, I mean, and a lot of people ask about the Arizona audit that's going on. And it's like, well, what are you going to do? What's going to happen if you do find out there was mass fraud? Well, first of all, we're going to decertify the election result, but that's not going to get the potato removed. It's just going to mean that, okay, we're going to have to tighten down on our elections, which we already have. Now we're going back to, the old method where you go in, you show your ID, and somebody was bringing up a good point. Some countries, you have to dip your thumb in ink and use that as your signature. That way you can't go back and re-vote somewhere else. And I was like, yeah, that's actually that's actually the better idea. Hey man, if my thumb is blue or red or purple, whatever color, green, whatever you want to use, then hey, I don't care. It'll wash off eventually or wear off. But
well, I think it's the anonymity of it. If they do something like that, they would create a database with it. That's what I think. I mean, because you're offering the information to be able, so it isn't used twice. It could be used against us in some form, and that's where there's no trust. There's really no trust. It has to be a level of trust even to make an agreement with these people. And higher ups. They're just ruling over us at this point.
Yeah, we're in pretty close to full-out tyranny right now, folks. I mean, the only thing that they haven't done yet is start putting us on boxcars and shipping us to the camps. So,
but we start looking at terminology. I was telling Danny about this. You got to watch what these guys say to make an informed decision. Sometimes they'll say a word, and I keep quoting this. It's like the word rogue. I thought it mean like a lone wolf type scenario. I went rogue. I went on my own, and it means scrupulous and dishonest man. That's the Webster's dictionary of it. So I never put it that way. I always meant it as by myself, alone. So a lot of words they use, they may be saying terminology, and everybody's like going along with it because in their head that terminology isn't clicking. Yeah, be free, and it's way too much for them to comprehend that there's a limitation to yourself. You got to put a limit. You're free to do whatever you want to do, but you don't want to go commit a crime.
Yeah. Dude, like with you own a piece of land. If you want to go out there and shoot on your land, and that's, if you want to walk around and garden naked, that's on you. You know what I mean? As long as you're not affecting your neighbor or anybody else or the property, then do whatever you want, man. If you want to be a Hare Krishna, then whatever, just don't push it down my throat. And that's, getting out a lot with this. Well, I don't want to cover that topic because that's when they're going to try and hit me on. But
it's just, that side of the country is really impoverished pretty bad. I really do put it on the legalization of things, like the smoke. They legalized it in every one of the states. The homeless population went up because you still have to be insurable, so you could do a low level job, but you probably couldn't be a forklift driver. Definitely, if you were on medical stuff, they wouldn't let you be a truck driver.
Yeah,
there's no exemption to that.
No,
even if they legalized it.
Yeah, if you you got subscription.
So you're not insurable. So the homeless populations are ridiculous.
What's up, Born Racer? Good to see you, brother. And Deb, I don't know if I said hello, but hello, Deb. Good to see you. If y'all haven't met Dusty Daddy yet, Dusty, go ahead and give your spiel. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, man. Hi, I'm Dusty Data. I'm the host of Dusty Data's channel. I'm not very interesting, but I do make fun of people. So, let me check the chat here. It's Born Racer, Bella, and in Carolina Girl, Eddie James, Phoenix. How are y'all doing tonight? Oh, that's the top chat. Billy Truth be told. Hello, Seven God is awesome. Seven God bless America 7. Yeah, man. 7's the number, right? Is that Zach? Hey, Zach. What's up, Zach? Yeah, Patriot Brothers. Bug dude. Yes, I'm dusty. Very dusty. I stood up yesterday, man, and the dandruff just.
Wait, was that Dusty or Rusty?
Dusty, Rusty, Cuspy.
Can one of my awesome mods post Dusty Data's channel in the link, or Dusty Data's link in the channel?
It's Dusty Daddy. Dusty Daddy. In Carolina Girl already did that, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. All right. Yep. And you're getting pretty close to the 1,000 mark.
That's not what I'm doing it for, man. This is for everybody to relax on, you know. Come over to my channel, get a good giggle, laugh, you know.
Oh my God, you're really gonna enjoy the After Dark, because I started this one because, I mean, I don't normally, it's just a Saturday thing, and it's like me and Moose Man or somebody else. We just come up here, talk about the Constitution and, you know, some of the stuff going on. But on the After Dark, man, it goes off the rails, man. You never know what conversation is going to come up next. You're going to love it, man.
Yeah. I've been on there before, man. I was on there with Jeremy. He got me all hungry all the time.
Yeah, Jeremy and his Zach and his peanut butter. He's going to flip me off here. Watch. You love those lip sync videos. I know, dude. That's like, man, you have way too much free time on your hands, man. But that's good, dude. I do enjoy them. I do.
It's fun trying to pair the song up with y'all. JW was offended by the song I put for him. The Weeknd, Blinded by the Light. He didn't know who it was. He thought it was a woman singing.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche.
No, not that one. It's a new guy from Canada called The Weeknd, and he does a song, and JW thought it was a woman singing.
Yep. See, I knew it was coming. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna go on for about maybe another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here and get set up for my After Dark.
Well, I wanted to tell you, since this is the constitutional issue, Florida is trying to get constitutional carry, which I didn't realize. Why don't we have it?
Dude, I remember. Well, I watched Guns and Gadgets, Jared over there, and yeah, they pushed it. I think the Senate is the one that shut them down. So, I mean, yeah, you need to go and maybe review that. He'll tell you which senators said yay and which ones said nay. And
dumb assholes out of there for sure.
Yep.
There was a guy running for our governor, and he was straight up opposite of our governor. So,
yep. Oh, good grief. Yeah. You guys need Ron DeSantis. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Ron DeSantis needs to run for president and this and that. And yeah, agreed. Yeah, eventually he should. But right now, I think Florida needs him more than the nation, because right now we are seeing more and more states standing up and basically doing this to DC, you know.
I
And
watched a video the other day of parents out there with probably about 35, 50 kids with zero face coverings, and their parents were telling the administrators, don't touch my kid, and you kids go on in. And the kids went on in. They're standing up to the administration's mandate.
costs. Okay, so the homeless population in because of the legal weed. You damn near release all of the criminals, and no bail is straightly. Yeah, yeah. Costs. I don't get that either, and I know it's not just California doing that. There's quite a few other counties and even possibly states that do that. You know, and then they wonder why they've got such high crime. You know, it's like, oh my God. I watch Town Hall Media, another gun channel. Go figure. Um, and you know, at the end of the show, he always does a recidivism report, and it's like, okay, well, this guy was arrested 4 times in the last 10 years for possessing a firearm with, illegally, and it's like he keeps getting probation. You know, it's like if you want the violence and the high crime to stop, why don't you hold? But all right, let me say this properly. They blame it on not enough gun control. Whereas if they just upheld the laws that were on the books already, it would already be going down. But they don't. You know, like you said, like Kaz said, you know, it's like a turnaround. This is like a rotating door. You know, it's like, oh, you got caught with an illegal gun. Did he shoot anybody? Yeah. Did they die? No. Okay. Well, we'll give him time served and, 5 years probation. How is that going to solve anything? You know what I mean?
Well, this may have been a doorway that we did not see coming down the road, which is my theory, starting to look a little medical, like people are disturbed a little more and more and more, to where instead of criminals, they're the mentally insane. Now, we did this before in history, and it's kind of like nobody drifts into that category, but it's starting to look like the medical and science is starting to say, well, you have a lot of conditions. Maybe you shouldn't have something. Like if you have personality disorder versus anxiety, even people with anxiety are prone, to react a certain way. And I think it's going to be that way. I really believe I see something like that coming down the road, where they're going to say it's a reason why these people en masse shouldn't own this.
Mm-hmm. You thought I wasn't doing the late night shows anymore? I do Phoenix, actually. It's just I don't go until, well, I try not to go until like 2 or 3 in the morning, but once in a while you catch me in the right mood, and I still do. But no, I still do the Dangerous Freedom After Dark every night. Yep. I quit doing that one.
You see what Stanley Latte put down there? It says, how do I feel about Grady Judd in Florida? Don't go in his county and commit crimes.
Yeah, dude, no doubt. He is he's a no bullshit guy.
Well, the way he puts these news reports on, he tells a really good story. I love the way he animates himself. He says, the guy broke in the window. The woman was scared for her life. He no longer exists.
Yeah, I know, right? And like when I don't know if it was like maybe like during the riot season last year, but he's like, hey, you come down here and you break into somebody's house, don't be surprised if you're not splattered on the front porch next thing,
Yeah,
He will
definitely.
blow
He
you
is.
away. Yep. He is a no tolerance kind of guy. Now, can that be a pain in the ass? Because yeah, he doesn't like weed. So if they catch you with weed or anything like that, you're gonna get it. But you know, but if you're a straight laced, law abiding citizen, um, then yeah, just don't go there.
Yeah, don't
He,
go there trying to start nothing for sure, man. You'll regret it. There's people there that were
yep.
just being buttheads in one episode, and I could see it happening this way. Somebody being cocky said the wrong thing to the wrong person, and him and his girlfriend shot the guy to death over just what they said. And it was like they caught him fast. There's not very many unsolved crimes in that county.
The left will be only be happy when the government has the guns and citizens don't. I know, cause dude. Yeah, I love that, dude. Brian over there at High Impact Flicks, he went out on that one. Remember when they had their pink hats on and out there and
The kitty
was it
cat one.
New York when he's going around and he's like, okay, so you don't think that that citizens should own guns? No, it's like who should own the guns? The government. And then he's like, do you trust the government? And then they get that stupefied look in their eyes of like, no. And it's like, duh, you know, good grief, man. People are just so dumb anymore.
Well, I've long since suspected that it's television. We've gotten that how do I say it, Sandy Duncan mentality in our culture where people believe in that bull that's on TV that family life is perfect. Stay home, watch television. You're going to have dinner with your family. Yeah, people want that, but a lot of people don't just do that. They're working two jobs. It's not husband and wife usually. They're divorced or something. Somebody else has a kid. There's a lot of different aspects of why people are just fooled and believing they're so secure that somebody else will take care of it for them.
Yeah. Yep. Trust the government. They're here to help.
Yeah, it's like, I'll call 911. Why? I'm armed. He better not break in here.
Dude, oh man. No, they'll come out, they'll shoot your dog, probably shoot you in the leg or worse.
Now they know me here. We know our law enforcement here. I've
Yeah.
I've I've personally known two or three of the sheriffs. I dated one of the sheriff's daughter in high school. You know,
Wow. Wow, that's
they
cool. That's a small community. See, out here, uh, we're still like between the city. I mean, we've got Maricopa County sheriffs that they have jurisdiction over all of it. So, like technically, if I have a beef with a cop, I can request a sheriff. Although they'll probably be like, "Well, why do you need a sheriff? This cop's, just doing his job. Why do you need me?" It's like, well, he's being a punk. But it is something I could do. And our sheriffs out here normally are more reserved than some of the police. But like the other day, my son was out at the skate park and he was skateboarding back home with a couple of his friends, which is a couple miles. And my oldest boy is like, "Hey, where do you know where Josh is? He's not answering his phone." And I'm like, all I know is he went out with some of his friends. And so he went and checked the skate park, got there, saw some of the friends there, and they're like, "Oh, he took off with the friends 20 minutes ago or something like that." And so he calls me in a panic, and I'm like, "Shit, okay, well." For a split second, I thought about, maybe calling 911, being like, "Hey, be on the lookout for this kid." But then I was like, "Oh, hell no. No, just not doing that, dude. I'm not doing that to my kid. I'm not doing that to myself. Don't involve the cops, folks. If you can avoid it at any means, then do it." So
Yeah,
anyway,
that would have made a report, a record for him. He would have had a record right then and there,
yeah,
you know, for some involvement. The less records you have involving them, the less they know about you, the less likely they are to mess with you.
yep,
Most of the time.
yeah, most of the time, exactly. But yeah, so like normally when I call 911, it's well, usually it's because I find a dead body.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when when you find a dead body, it's probably a good idea to dial 911. Be like, hey, so and so is dead. Can you send help? It's in the coroner or whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's always good to have that in your pocket, but it's not necessary every single time for every little
well,
thing.
no, like the one time when my ex-wife supposedly well, she didn't misplace our firearms, but we had a 357 Magnum and a 380 semi-auto, and I kept them in the closet up on top where the kids couldn't get to them. And I was working man, so I was at work, and just one day I went to go check out my 357, and it was gone. And I'm like, where are our guns? Oh, I don't know. Somebody must have stole them. They must have came in through the window and stole them. And I'm like, really? You really expect me to buy that? But she was a tweaker back then, and so I pretty much knew what she'd done with them. So at that point, I had a good idea that they were probably in the hands of somebody that's probably not going to be very responsible with them. So I called the police. I didn't dial 911. I just, dialed the police number. I was like, hey, I need an officer over here so I can, report these missing firearms, stolen firearms. And anyways, but I didn't dial 911 for that. That's not an emergency. It's just more of a courtesy. Not. It's more of a cover my ass. On a CYA. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because I don't want somebody to be out there with a firearm in my name and committing crimes. So
Or even if it had your prints on it.
yeah, which they both did. But
Oh, I've had one. I had one stolen. It was a little 25, and it was used in a crime. When they gave it back to me, it was like, I forgot all about this. I didn't even realize I had it. But they didn't give me there was no magazine with it though. So I'm like asked out because that gun I couldn't find a magazine. It was so old.
now at least they got your gun back. But yeah, in that case, no, both guns disappeared. Never seen, heard of, and again. So
yeah, I was like, man, I haven't seen that in 18 years.
it took him that long.
Yeah, I mean, it was used in a crime, so I don't know. They held on to it maybe for evidence for a long time, and to see what would happen. But they told me, yeah, it was committed. It was used in a crime. So, but here you go.
That's wild. I mean, that would be cool, man. If they came back, I'd love that 357 back. I'd have to get it reworked because it was an old Colt Trooper 357 revolver. The 380 I could give two shits about. That was like a throwaway, but man, I did enjoy it. But like the timing needed fixed, and some, I'd probably have to send it to like Moose Man or something, have them refurbish it. And
yeah, it probably wouldn't be taken very good care of if it's not in a lake or something by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's cool though. That long of a distance in between the crime, and I guess they must have solved the crime or something and cleared my involvement because it was like, this don't match up, because they know how people work.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, and that was done back before they started making these laws where if your firearm is stolen, you need to report it within so many hours, really. And they give you like what, 3 days, or some of these states want to give you like 3 days. It's like not everybody. Like even when I had my guns just up there on the top shelf, not really locked up, just sitting up there. It's like I didn't check on them every single day when I got home. It just happened to be one day I was like, I happened.
blasphemy. I touch my stuff every day, man. I mean, I'm really in there kissing on it, caressing it.
Oh man. Well, I'll tell you what, I've gotten to the point now. My kids are old enough. All my firearms are out. If anything comes up missing, I'm gonna notice it within minutes. So, but
All right, so I'm gonna jump out of here, man. Are you gonna do After Dark?
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hop out of here as well. And Dangerous Freedom After Dark. If, one of my mods wants to put it in there. I think everybody's already got the link to it, but do you? I don't know. Are you crashing out, or do you want to come on the After Dark and we can talk more shit?
I come on there for a few more minutes, man. Yeah, it's only
Okay.
12:45.
Okay,
right.
Give me a few. All right, brother.
All right, man.
All right.
Good night, y'all.
Thanks, Dusty. Everybody, that was fun. I am glad I did this. And we stayed. I think we stayed within the guidelines, so I can go ahead and monetize this one and maybe get another $5 or $10 from YouTube. Anyways, everybody, I'll see you in just a little bit over at the After Dark channel, and thank you for hanging out. And on that note, I'm gonna say good night, keep your head on a swivel, and I'll see you shortly.